class we covered our last algorithm, which is fscan algorithm, where which is a dynamic allocation type algorithm, where it is allowed to entertain new disk request at runtime. What is means by runtime is simple. We will accommodate new request in the queue which we are following to execute our algorithm, right? So as we understood by this example, that this queue is given, number of cylinders, total number of cylinders are given, head movement is given, and new request is given like that. Whenever a head is at 15th position, a new request of cylinder number 10 has arrived to the system. See, in the similar way, whenever the head is at 73 position, new request of 75 has been arrived to the system. In the same way, whenever our head is at 97 position, a new request of these three cylinders has been arrived to the system. So we need to accommodate in runtime. But remember one thing only, that new request will be entertained only after running pass. That means if head is moving in direction and new request arrived, we will not entertain it right in this pass. We will entertain new request into next pass which have arrived in this pass, right? So let us understand what we did here. We simply understood that when the head is moving from 23 to 15, and when it reached to the 15th cylinder number 15th, a new request of 10 has been arrived to the system. But we are not considering it right now because the pass has already been started, and we will entertain this new request only after the new pass will start, right? That means new pass, when will our new pass will be started? When this head movement reach to the last cylinder number 0, and after that it will start new pass. And before starting new pass, what it will do, it will combine this new request with the existing one and create a new sorted disk queue, and then follow that disk queue accordingly, right? So that's why 10 request of 10 will be entertained in this pass, in second pass, at first position, because it is the smallest cylinder we have in the queue. So what we are doing here, simply understand it. We have q1, existing q1, sorted q1, like that. When we started uh, this pass, first pass, backward pass, or our disk request, sorted disk request was like 20, 15, 34, 44, 15, 34, 44, 45, 54, 73, 97, 97, 1110, 1110, and 128, right? And when and our q2, which is used for new request, is having only 10 when the head is at 15th. So because this scenario is on this is for new request, right? And this queue scenario is when our back pass has been started. Back pass, back pass, at the time of back pass, right? Now when the head reached to the 0 in first pass, that was back pass. In the second pass we have forward pass. Before moving to the forward pass, what it will do, it will simply combine these two Q and create a Q1, new Q1 accordingly. How? Let us see. Now because after this the head is at 0 and it is going to start its forward pass. So what it will do, it will combine these two and create new Q1. So because 10 is shorter than 34, it will get its place into the first position. After that we will have Q according to 34, 44, because at this point we have only one new request. That's why we accommodate only one part of Q1, which is 10. 54, 73, 97, 110 and 128, and Q2 is currently empty, because see, you can see the Q2 new request part. Request of 75 is only arrived when the head was at 73, but still head is not moved to 73. That's why our queue is empty. Now we have started our new pass, forward pass. We will go through first 10, 34, then 44, then 45, then 53, 50, 54. Then when the head reached here 73 at the cylinder number 73, we got new request for 75. We got new request for 75. See, right? But we cannot entertain it because it arrived at in between, in between of the running pass. So we cannot entertain it, but we can accommodate it to Q2. Okay, now we will move from 97. At 97 we will move to 97, and when the head was at 97, three new requests arrived, which is of 35, which is of 35, 75, 35, 99 and 100. 35, 99 and 100. So at this point we will accommodate these three new requests into the Q2, because the pass is currently in running state, so we cannot accommodate them. So we will move to 110, then 128. After 128 we will reach to endpoint 150. Then we will start our next pass, which is back pass, third pass. It is third pass. It was first pass. So when before starting new third pass, what we'll do, we will again combine them. And create new Q1. So because these all requests has been used, so we have only these requests in the queue. So this will be our new Q1, but we have to sort it according to our pass. So our new pass, according to our new pass, 100 will come first, 99 after that, then 75, then 35. This is our new sorted pass, sorted Q1, and we will follow in this third pass, which is our back pass, right? So we will go from 150 to 100, 99, 75 and 35, like that. So this is how it is working behind the scene, behind the graph. That's why we are able to draw this graph, right? So what is there is, we are allowed to entertain new disk request at runtime only in the condition that all the new requests will be entertained, all the incoming requests will be entertained after that pass only, after that running pass. For example, that this 10 has arrived to the system when the first pass is going on, but we haven't entertained it because of running pass, and after that pass has completed, then only we included it. You can see in the queue we included it into the request queue. Then we followed those queues, and we have started second pass. In between the second part, there are these request of 35, 75, 99 and 100 number cylinder has been arrived to the system, but we haven't entertained them because pass has already, these four are coming after, in between, when the pass has already been started. So that's why we waited for the completion of pass, that particular pass, and after that particular pass only, before starting next pass, we included them into the disk queue. That's how our fscan works, right? I think you got my point and you understood it, fscan, very well. Now come to the next version of scan, which is the updated version of fscan, where which is called as, which is addressed as n step scan. See, in the above fscan, you have new request has to which all are the requests coming in between the pass, has to wait until and unless that particular pass has been completed, right? Then only those new requests will be entertained, like. But because let's say if 10 arrived at let's say if 10 arrived at this point, when the head is at cylinder number 5, then is this 10 will not be entertained, and this 10 cylinder number 10 request has to wait until and unless it will go through all the cylinders of the disk, and after coming back to that particular cylinder, right? So that means this 10 will be starved, this request will be starved, or we can say it will feel starvation, right? That's why what we did in the next one, we just simply update it using number of steps, right? We are not going to say that 10 will be we are not going to say that 10 has to wait for this long time. What we can do, we can restrict it using some number of steps. So here, every new request coming in between, coming during running pass, will be entertained, will be entertained after a certain or finite number of steps. Steps means head movement, right? So we restricted our updation of arrays, updation of queues in number of steps, n steps. That means after each n steps, we will update our q1, we will merge our q1 q2 and sorted them and create new queue, disk request queue, and use them, right? So that means we increase our overhead for updating our running queues. So now let us understand. For the same example, let us say n, which is steps, number of steps, constant number of steps we have. Let's say we have 2 steps in our hand. That means after each 2 steps, after each two head movement we will update our queues. So now understand it. See, this is the updated version of fscan. That means it will follow both rule, pass rule plus our steps rules. So number of steps we have given, number of steps, step size, we can say step size we are having, step size we have given is 2. So for the same example, let us run this algorithm and step algorithm. Now let me delete initial one first so that you can understand it. Just a minute. Give me a minute. Just completing. So now we start our algorithm according to n step scan, right? So now what is happening here? We are moving because initially head is at 23. We will move 23 to 15. This is step number 1. Now when we reach to 15, new request has arrived which is of 10, but because number of steps is still not completed, we didn't completed 2 steps. That means we will not entertain this right now. Okay, so we will entertain it after second step. So we will go to 0, and when we reach to 0, this number of steps has been completed, right? Now what we'll do, when we reach to the one border of the disk, we will again update our queues. As in the previous example, we will again update our queue for new request. So because 10 has arrived during the scan and before the number of steps completed, that's why we will start from 0 to 10, right? This is first step. After 0 we will move to 35. This is 2. Now see, because our new request is of 75, which came at when the head is at 73 point 73 at 73. That's why we will move into the direction as in previous case. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 2. This will step number 1, step number 2. Now see, because we reached at point cylinder number 73 after completing 2 steps, we got new request of 75 at that point. Now we have to consider this 75 right now, because after this 2 steps we will update our queues. At this point we are going to update q1, right? q1 with new request. So in q1, in q2 there will be 75 at this point, so we will update 75 in the this queue. So we will go from 73 to 75 because 75 is now in our pass. So first step, and when we reach to the 97 at second step, what we got, we got 3 requests of 99, 100 and 35 at this point, right? So because we have completed our 2 steps. We need to update our Q1 again with these new requests, and after updating, what we found that 99 will come first, so this will come first. So step number 1, step number 2, and 100 just after 99, and then we will go for 110, step number 1, and then we will go number 2, and after that we'll go to 150, step number 1. And after this point we again recombine our Q1 Q2, which are not considered during this pass, during forward pass. So we will update our queue and start our new pass, which is backward pass. So in this queue we have only one request now, which is of 35, which is still unsatisfied. That's why we will go to 150 to 35 and 35 to 0, right? So you will consider going to the boundary only when you have request in the queue. If after 35 you don't have any request in the queue, so when solving your numerical, don't consider this movement, right? You have to consider only this moment only when you have any new request in the queue in that direction or opposite direction at the time when you are here, right? Otherwise in the last step you need not to go for end part for numerical portion, but theoretically head will move from this request to uh, our new location, which is 0, new boundary which is 0, right? So theoretically head will move or reposition it to the last cylinder, so that when the new disk queue arrived in the system, we can satisfy those requests in appropriate or efficient manner, right? But in numerical part, if the last request is of 35, then you have to stop at 35 and only consider these requests only. After that 35 to 0 movement, so you should not consider it into the numerical part, right? So this is how our disk our n step scan works, right guys? So I think you understood it, the difference that you need to in the normal F scan, you need to update your queues Q1 and Q2 during the pass only, and whenever you start new pass you need to update the Q1 and use it after, and all the requests coming in between will be updated before starting the new pass. But due to the nature of this algorithm, some of the disk requests we can go or may not be may or may not go to starvation, but in n step scan there will be less number of chance that our request will go to the starvation, because we have bounded our algorithm with certain number of steps. That means after certain number of steps or head movement, queue will be updated. So n step will perform better than normal F scan, but with the cost of overhead of updating table after each 2 steps, right? So this overhead will incur during n step, but in normal step this overhead will be less, and but problem of starvation will be there. But in n step scan, problem of starvation has been reduced at the cost of calculation overhead, which will happen during the updation of our Q1 Q2 at the time when number of two steps has been completed, and after each two steps we will update our queue for new request, right? So this is the difference between F scan and N step scan. So that's all guys for the day.